Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud 2. Last time we made our way through the woods and experimented a little bit with upgrading our weapons. I realize now that I didn't do the greatest job of explaining it, so if you guys want I can make a more in-depth guide on how upgrading stuff works. Oh, that's some good tea. This time we're going to go ahead and move on to the Great Fish Swamp and continue on.
Hey, there they are! The whole lot of them!
Hold on. Something's up.
Huh? Yeah, something weird's going on. Let's try talking to them.
Well, okay.
Ah, rat. Everyone's gone all weird. The fish aren't biting. What a drag.
What happened to him?
Beats me. I got separated from my three buddies, and when I saw them again, they were like that. They won't go anywhere, you see. So I'm just killing time with a little fishing. Although, you know what? I'm pretty thirsty. You wouldn't have something to drink now, would you? Something smells good. That's for... Ah, this'll do nicely. Just what I wanted, thanks. Here, you can have my rod. Take some time for fishing. It'll clear your head. Come back any time if you run out of bait.
Alright, and with that we got our fishing rod. Now, there's a very, very particular thing I normally like to do here. I'm probably not going to do it for the sake of time. However, if you wanted to, you can infinitely fish here. Max is the only one who can fish. The fishing rod gets equipped on him. And if we... I'm just going to switch to Max. There we go. Why did I not equip it? Equip the fishing rod. We take a closer look at the fishing rod. We have some stats. We have flight, strength, resilience, grip, and luck. There's some pretty important stats here, especially starting off. Grip does nothing. Don't even worry about upgrading it. All it does is reduce the vibrations in your controller. If you have vibrations turned off, this is completely useless. Luck determines the size of fish that you're going to catch. You can still catch some smaller fish with high luck, but you catch bigger fish much more often. Resilience is how much give your line has before it snaps. Strength is how close a fish has to be to you before you can just pull it up out of the water. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into a bit of fishing, shall we? Personally, you can wait here like this. I personally like to zoom in and wait for the bobber to go underwater. Oop, too fast. When it's on the water, you hit L. When those arrows pop up, you want to move in the direction of the arrows to release tension on your line. If you go the opposite direction of them, you massively increase tension on your line. So you want to try avoiding that as much as you can. If your line gets all the way to the top while you're trying to reel in a fish, your line breaks and you don't get to catch the fish. Now we're at 1.6 meters. All I gotta do is pull back and we pick it up. And for that, we got 41 fishing points. This here tells you that once you're in fishing points, you can exchange them on your rod to get better things. With that, we have a Pristine Fish. And actually, while I got one of those, we're going to go ahead and move on a little bit. Normally I like sitting here because you have infinite fishing as long as you don't progress the story any further, because the furbit that gave you the fishing pole gives you more bait whenever you run out. So it is very simple to fish like that. And you can really upgrade your fishing rod very early on. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and equip the True Battle Wrench back. And we're going to move on. It's another fishing spot up over here. Rather pretty one at that, too. Actually, I like how this area looks. Surprising, considering it's a swamp. What we're going to do is go over here. For any of you who played the first game, this is a very familiar looking monster.
Hey, isn't that Master Utan?
You know that thing? Is it safe to go closer?
Yeah, it's alright. He's a pretty well-behaved monster. He doesn't hurt people. But it looks like something's wrong with him. Is he okay? What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Humans, We don't see them every day. Now that I think about it, there was another half-pint bumbling around earlier. This forest's starting to get nice and crowded these days.
Never mind that. You look like you're in pain. What happened?
It's pitiful, really, but I was awful hungry and somehow got my hands on the forbidden fruit. When I did, my whole body just up and froze like this. My fault for messing with the Holy One's food. I'll bet the Holy One must be pretty ticked off right about now.
So you ate one of these, huh? It's a poison apple. No wonder you don't feel so good. Never mind, don't worry. You'll feel better after you rest for a while. By the way, who's this Holy One?
The Holy One is a great fish who's brought happiness to this forest.
A holy fish?
Monica, maybe this has something to do with those three back there.
Aha! I think I'm starting to understand. This Holy One must have bewitched those three somehow. I bet the...
Well then, Master Utan, where can we find this hole?
Didn't you see a big old swamp on your way here? They say the Holy One lives in that swamp. I haven't seen him myself yet.
Swamp, huh? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see. A big fishy monster named the Holy One that hangs out in the swamps bewitching people. This ought to be fun.
Let's go check it out.
Right. Thanks, Master Utan. You've been a big...
Hey, don't forget to mind your manners when you're dealing with the Holy One.
So a Holy One, huh? Alright. But anyway, as I was saying, for those of you who have played Dark Cloud 1, this monster right here is the boss of the second dungeon. Spoilers. One of many ways that these universes connect However, I have no idea how he has lived this long, considering when the timeline is supposed to take place. We'll get into that as we get to later in this particular story, but... Right. So what you want to do next is use one of the Holy King, or Holy One's fruit to fish him up out of this lake. But the second you do, I will progress the story. You do have a few more chances to fish besides that, if you want to do the infinite fishing here. I'm not going to go infinite, but I at least want to do one cycle before... Yeah, I at least want to go one cycle before all this, so... however, if we have enough for it, which I don't think we do, we don't. If you wanted to, you could build an aquarium and store all your fish in it. Personally, I don't have the stuff to make it right now, but if you wanted to, it's not that hard to get. Your inventory is limited, and fish do take up one space per inventory if they're not in the aquarium, so keep that in mind. This fish is a slightly bigger one. I usually try to not go over half. That way when I'm pulling on my line, if I happen to pull the wrong way, it doesn't snap the line. Because I have done that a few times. If you notice, our line doesn't go all the way back to the bottom here. The closer you reel in the fish to, the higher this line can get. And the bigger the fish, the less room you have to work with. 40 centimeter Naki, not bad. That's 100 fishing points per point you want to add. So I'm going to do this for a little while, and we'll cut back when I'm done fishing. This is definitely a big boy here. I'm literally just tapping the button, and it's going up pretty far when I do. $69, nice centimeter Naki. It's actually a pretty big fish. We have 72 fishing points by itself. My. Alright. That was actually just one fish later, so I don't know if I'll actually cut that out or not. But what I like to do to start off with is get my resilience. Okay, I actually go to exchange FP. There we go. Let's get my resilience up to 20, and then my luck up to 20, and then play catch up with strength after that. Is it a little weird way to go about it? Yes, but... $66 centimeter pristine fish is our final fish. Not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and re-equip this. That's how many fish we caught. Pristlines. You are required one to continue the story. I've gone playthroughs where I've never caught these goddamn things for hours. And this time, when all I wanted to do was grind up the fishing pole, that's all I caught. They have the worst FP yield of any fish here. So I really would have been catching the donkeys, but whatever. We did end up ending up with 400. That's not that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get resilience up to 10, and then we'll throw 1 on luck. So now that we're out of bait, he gives us 5 mimis. You don't have to use up all your bait for this, like I did. All you have to do is use up your mimis, and he'll just keep giving you mimis over and over again. But for now, let's go ahead and just continue on. So what we need to do next is, thankfully, we have some forbidden fruit here. Gonna equip our fishing pole back on, put this on the fishing hook. Toss her out into the water.
Why don't we try fishing it out?
Huh? Fish it out?
Well, we've got a fishing rod. We know the Holy One likes poison apples. And we've got plenty of bait. Let's give it a try. Go on now, try it.
Okay.
I completely forgot I had to trigger that cutscene first. I'm a dumb.
What's going on here? There's a hook stuck in my beautiful lips. Is this your doing? I won't forgive this.
You're the one that made the little ones act so strangely. You must change them back.
Oh yes, more victims of my beauty. Really, beauty can be a curse, you know. Anyway, why are you here?
I already told you. I want you to change those little fur-bits back to the way they were.
Well, such a thing would be quite simple, my dears. But nothing comes for free, you know. Business is business, and everything's business.
Oh boy, this is gonna be another pain.
So what do you want us to do?
Ooh, so the little boy understands too. Listen carefully then. I won't say this again. Mwah. As everyone knows, I'm very fond of beautiful things. But here's the thing. Recently, you know, I've become a bit, well, dirty. Ooh, it's so embarrassing. But listen to this. There's a fish called the Pristine Fish that can clean up all the dirt from my body So what I'd like you to do is go over there and catch it for me. You've got all that fishing gear, so you may as well use it, don't you think? Well, do you get my drift?
A pristine fish. Okay, and when we get it, we want you to return those 3 back to North.
Yes, I know, I know. You don't have to tell a man twice.
What? You're a guy?
I'll be waiting.
Quite a flamboyant fish. However, this is another missable pitcher. King Martin. It's one of your scoops. Now's when you're supposed to start all your fishing. And like you see, like all I caught was pristine fish, so I have plenty. But the second you give him a pristine fish, your infinite bait runs out. So if you wanted to build up your fishing pole a lot before leaving this area, do it before you give him the pristine fish. While I'd personally like to do it more, I'm also time constrained for a Let's Play. So here we go.
You caught it! Oh, excellent! This lovely pristine fish will kiss all the grime off my body and make me look stunning again. Yeah. Oh.
Right, you promised. Return those 3 to normal.
Oh yes, of course. Is this what you were after?
So now those 3 are better?
Well, why don't you go have a look? Well, please excuse me. I wish you the best.
Well, he's certainly cheerful. I'll give him that.
Let's go and look.
Right.
Another picture that's here that's not necessarily missable, but I might want to grab it now while I'm getting King Martin, is Master Utan. Oh, closer. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and save all these right now because we do have a couple of scoops from the previous episode, or the episode before that. So there we are. This area, as small and as short as it might be, was probably one of my favorite areas when I was first playing this as a kid. That has since changed, but I do like the beauty of the pond swamp here. And I really liked fishing when I was younger, so this whole minigame thing really did it for me. Even after completing this, I spent hours here fishing as a kid because I didn't really want to move on with the game. So, but anyway, that being said,
Hey!
How is everyone?
Oh, they suddenly returned to normal. I'm so relieved I can't tell you.
What in the world have I been doing? I cannot remember a darn thing.
Last thing I remember, I was thirsty, and I drank some of that swamp water.
I can't remember anything past that either. What in the world happened to us?
You've all been under the Holy One's spell.
The Holy One?
It's a fish monster that lives in the swamp. You guys...
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, what are we going to do about Holly?
Oh, sure. We gotta look for Holly.
Hold on, guys. We should come up with a plan first. Let's go back to Sindane.
alright. I'm not entirely sure how long this episode is, because a lot of my recording time is just me fishing. So if this turns out to be a little bit of a longer episode, I do apologize. But we are going to go ahead and head back. Also, there is a save point here, which is kind of nice and convenient. Alright, and being back at Sindane Station. We're going to go ahead and repair the right pod parts, even though I don't think we really used it. Unlike most people, Cedric takes 2 trips into the dungeon to recover all of his stuff. So I'm just going to leave him alone for now, even though I kind of want him to repair my weapons. We're going to add Eric to the party. And I mentioned this last episode, but I never really showed it. These bombs that Eric makes actually sell for quite a bit of Gilda. So we have Eric make us some bombs for free. Oh, send him back to the train. Going here to buy gunpowder. And where are they at? And you sell the bombs right back to him. It's a nice way to make money early on. There is a much faster method that does require a glitch. I will be showing the glitch off, but I will refrain from using it after I show it off. So that's going to be our main way of making money throughout the game. Also, I'm going to go ahead and sell these fish because I have no use for them right now. I'm, however, going to keep the second Nanki. Because I will want to use that later. Yeah. I think that was the bigger one. Fishing is another way to make money, although it's a bit slower. Actually, it's a lot slower. And you can't really do it while progressing through the game, so bombs are probably the best way to make the money. Without glitches. Alright, and with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to Sindane.
It's you! Is everyone all right? Boss! We were gone a long time. What have you been up to?
We'll tell you everything later.
What about Holly? Where is she? Where's Holly? I am sorry, but Holly isn't anywhere. Okay, hold it a minute. Listen, you two. Now that we've got everyone together, it's time for us to hold up our end of the deal. In return, can I ask you two to go search for Holly? By the look of things, I guess Holly really did find that legendary ring. It must be true that all those who lay eyes on it never leave the forest again. The only way to find Holly is to find the rainbow butterfly first and fall under the same spell. And then, just bring...
Rainbow butterfly, huh? I don't know. Do you really think it exists?
Alrighty, we got ourselves a deal. We'll help you guys out, and you go find Holly Forest. Alright? All clear?
Okay, we'll try.
It's settled then. You better get a move on, lads. Yeah!
What are they gonna do?
I have no idea.
What in the world's that noise?
What's that thing?
What heck is that?
I don't know. Wow! Whoa!
I can't believe it!
This is just amazing! What an incredible machine! How cool is that?
You like that, eh? With this thing, you can make anything you want. Plant trees, build houses, whatever.
Truly amazing! Can I get on board?
Sure, by all means. This here is the control room for our pal, Carpenterian. This is the ultimate building machine, forged from all of the technology handed down through our Furbit generations. Besides houses and buildings, it can build lots of natural things too, even trees and rivers.
Looks like we can bring back Jurak's origin point with this.
Hey, don't forget to find Holly for us now.
Yes, we know.
What's that?
That's the reactor where you put the geostones.
Geostones?
Yep. Geostones are mysterious stones invented by the ancients. The geostones contain all the advanced knowledge of the ancient ones. Carpenterian is a revolutionary machine that uses the technology packed inside the geostones to make new things. When you put a geostone into the reactor, Carpenterian can store the data for building whatever is recorded on the geostone. That way, you can make new things. Just to warn you, even with the necessary data, some buildings can only be built on certain types of land. I think it's like Monica said, someone changed the forest here. But if you collect geostones hidden in the forest, you just might be able to change this place back to the way it used to be.
Sounds great. We'll do it.
Let's go then, Monica.
You bet.
We're counting on you to find Holly.
Max, look!
Huh?
It's a time gate. You can pass between this time and mine through this gate. You just use that stone. You're at Lemuria.
What? You mean this red stone?
That's right. It's not just a pretty rock, you know. It's got mystical powers that let you pass through time. And the one I've got is the blue at Lemuria. They each have their own powers. Red brings you to the future, and blue to the past. With the two of them, we can use this gate to move back and forth. When we get Jurak's origin point back, we can use this gate to go see him.
Hold on a minute. My father gave me this stone. Why did he have something like this?
They say an Atlamilia can pick who it wants to belong to. It must have picked your father. And then it picked you, Max.
What?
Anyway, the main thing now is to get Jurak back. I bet Jurak can tell us all kinds of things. About Griffin, about the rainbow butterfly.
I guess you would know.
Now we've really got to get to work. We have to get Sindane back into shape and bring...
All right.
And with that, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next time. In the next time? I mean, fitting, but not what I wanted to say. In the next episode. See you guys then.